say why bury the good stuff. Let's bring out the great stuff. Spencer Crittenden, the Game Master. And the mayor of Harmontown. And the landlord of your heart, Dan Harmon. For the home listener, Dan has what can only be described as a new look. I place it equidistant between Walter Kronkite and Captain Kangaroo, with just a little suggestion of Stacy Keach.
It's for a movie. So you're judging a movie star. See where that'll get you. Throw your mud from aside the red carpet. It won't muss it. Yeah, it's for a movie. And here's the thing. I toyed with. I was like, you know what I need to do, because I leave the set of the movie. And then I was walking, and I was going like, oh, I'm going to go, I'm a couple blocks from this bar. I'll go there, and I'll have a drink, and then I'll call an Uber or a Lyft, if you want to believe that I am helping and just haven't given up and don't want to be talked to. But then halfway there, I'm like, oh, shit, fuck, God damn it, I look like this, but all right, and then it's just like I've been grappling for 2 days. I go like, well, what did it? What is like? Oh, because you looked so good before. What is it? And I was like, I asked it, and I was like, oh, okay, no, I didn't. I never thought I looked good, but what I looked like before was someone who didn't care what he looked like. This looks like someone was like, what can I do? How am I driving? And that's the deal breaker for me, which is that. And why is that the deal breaker for me? Because I'm so honest. I'm such an honest person. No, it's like it's just like it's like so. Then I'm like, you should have a mustache. The person I am inside looks like this. It's perfect, because this is how much I care. I do want to be cool this much, and I do fail this much. And I should. This is who I should be. This is how I should get used to. Because this is a big, like, you know, my Zizek beard, and it's like, oh, so that if somebody could go like, hey, you piece of shit, and I go, what? I said you're a piece of shit. I don't care. That's not true. That's not true.
I don't think this look says that you care how you look. It says that you care about the fact that at 1 p.m. President Kennedy is pronounced dead. Dallas, Texas.
You have to put some.
Vice President Johnson is on the plane.
I mean, this is part. I'm just saying, this is a journey I have to go on. Because I'll tell you, kids, like a lot of you have tattoos, piercings, and things like that. I'll confess to you, I don't feel this way anymore. 15 years ago, I would, if somebody had like a pierced lip or like a tattoo or something, I would like secretly in my head, I'd be like, I don't trust that person. Because they'd be like, well, they didn't know, they're so scared, like that they're no one's gonna notice, or that no one's gonna know who they are, that they don't know who they are, that they had to take these measures and stuff. And it's like I would look down on that. I wouldn't look down on them, but I would be like, that person's not gonna get along with me, because the real thing you're supposed to do is do that in front of a typewriter. And I'd be like, yeah, it's like fucking. There's so many things to like hurt about yourself before you put a hole in your lip. You could fucking just dissolve your esophagus with acid that you drink like a quart of a week for 40 years. That's fucking honest. So I just sorry about that 15 years ago, that I was ever like, oh, she has a thing in her nose. I don't trust her. I trust you now. I think you're just.
But do we trust you with this new look, Dan? That's the question. Well, your sideburns are triumphant, by the way. You look like a little bit like Nigel Bruce, like Holmes. I mean, that's our Watson from the old Sherlock Holmes. Like,
I keep making the joke, but it's not a joke. It was, you know, when I got out of the makeup chair, I was like, oh, Nick Offerman said no. That's all. They should credit me as that. It should be, the movie should say, starring Nick Offerman said no.
Yeah. Well, the same thing, every time I've ever gotten a job is because Jerry O'Connell passed.
You know, Jack Black used to say that about Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Wow.
But when they were younger, like they would be in the same waiting rooms all the time. Like, yeah. So we've talked about that. The Wolfman had nards. Indeed. But yeah, no. So this is the fate I deserve. So I don't know. Maybe when I finish this movie, maybe I'll. Because I was also noticing, like, sideburns. I was like, what was the deal with sideburns? What were they? And I was thinking, the men in control in the 70s, they were more likely to be older and overweight, and sideburns kind of squeeze your face like bookends. Like, even though my double chin is exposed, and don't say you're. Just don't.
Hey, guys,
don't
also
correct me on this. It's like a slimming thing for a fat face. No, it's not. Fuck you. Just come on. I'm just saying.
Dan, just tell him you gained weight for the role.
But then the 80s came, and then everyone was like, everybody's doing aerobics, and then it was like, it became more possible to be. So I've been thinking about this all, like, okay, so what you know how like surfing all of a sudden in the 60s, like everybody was like, whoa, there's beaches everywhere where the water is. We should get down there and we should have all kinds of fun. It was like, why didn't they? Those beaches were there in the 40s, and I was like, oh, that's where battles were happening. Nobody wanted to. The previous generation was like, Dad, let's go to the beach, and he'd be like, yeah, that would be fun. Maybe we'll find my arm. And then
you remember how many lives were lost at the Great Battle of Zuma?
But you know, that's not really it. But then I was thinking, you know what it probably is? It's like, okay, so you know, you see like black and white photos of people at the beach, and they have like the crazy like Charlie Chaplin swimsuits where it's like, you know, you have to cover more of your body culturally.
Yeah, the onesie.
And then it's like everybody's always had a beach ball, and they had like a onesie, and then like the standards for public like undress slackened. And so then I was thinking, that's kind of interesting. Like, do you think that the outfits got comfortable enough for people to realize how fun it could be at the beach, and or the beaches got more popular because that's where you could see in ever increasing states of undress, provocative things are happening down there. These ladies got their boobies in less material. Let's get down to the beach. Hey, it's nice down here. Feminism has always had a strange, creepy handshake with the grody dudes like enjoying it. The bra burning thing. Like,
hear him out. Like, hear him out.
Oh no, I'm not saying please appreciate it for what it's. No, I'm just pointing it out. I'm not you need to. We're the wind beneath your wings, ladies. You're gonna miss us when we're gone. Try getting equal without a dude in a raincoat jerking off to it. Just try. You'll find it's quite impossible. No, that's not what I'm saying.
I think it was.
I'm just saying like culture advances as but can we check in about the bra burning thing? Because I was just like, it's safe enough now. Like we've gone through enough stuff. We're all brothers and sisters, and you weren't that was kind of a swing and a miss, wasn't it? Like wasn't it like the burning? You found not you. You're 25, but like wasn't that sort of a check to see? Like I was like, hey, I think this is I think these were invented by men to make our boobs look better, so I'm gonna burn them like they're shackles around my femininity. And then it was like, and then everybody was just like, okay, they're burning them, and then aren't they back? And then it was just like we never talked about it again. It was just like, can I get 3 bras? And Jesus Christ, my tits are killing me. I don't know what a bra
coming
does.
Out of the 50s, those bras, those crazy weird like missile silo like bras that were really like.
So you should have burnt the tips of the bras. Get your activism straight in the 50s. I don't know. I just wanted to check in. I thought all women would go like, you were right. You were right. We're sorry. We didn't want to talk about it. We were embarrassed. We love bras. They were our idea.
I'm so glad that in the first 5 minutes of the show, you fixed feminism.
Yeah.
Retroactively.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I love when I do my self-deprecating thing, and then you're like, well, that's crazy. I come up and I go like, yeah, hey ladies, look at me, I'm so thin. And then you're like, thin as an elephant. Well, that's not very nice or helping at all.
All I've said is that you look fantastic. You look like a...
I was using a metaphor for
I got you.
what you just did. I was breaking it down into atomic. Okay.
You're a little insecure right now because you look terrific.